I think it's a great idea. Yes. So here we have just a quick, very quick review that for those who watch this video in case is that you do not need to worry about anything from module um, 2 right now. Okay. And remember that there are hard due dates coming up. The one that I will enforce is the 11/11. This one right here. We're skipping this one for multiple reasons. I have seniors, I have my own things, your things, school things. So I kind of skipped that one. So, but 11/11 is going to be a catch-all. And the end of the marking period is the 18th. All right, so let's go back to, we believe that we did everything in module 4, and now we are going to be looking at StdIn. So I clicking over here and StdIn, I ended up looking first, before I click on this one, at the Java doc. The Java doc takes you to something like, you see this emblem is the one from the university, and the university did something very smart for us and for themselves, actually, not for us. We're benefited from it. I did tell you many times, and I'll tell you again, that I did talk to the chairman of the department, and they gave us the okay, and they gave me a lot of things. So this here is where they tell you how things work. And not just how things work, also what is available. This is what I'm going to let you have. Actually, that's not true. I'm not going to let you have this, but I'm going to let you have your notes when you have a quiz or a test. So in the StdIn, it has all these functions. I recognize them as functions because they end with their parentheses at the end. They open and close parentheses. If I scroll up, do they have any system variables in this one? No, it doesn't. But in other classes or libraries, you will see that there are also variables. As long as this ends with a set of open and close parentheses, you should know that it's talking about a function. And so here we have read character, which is the one that we could use the most. Hold on. Some of these things don't work well, by the way, and we're going to talk about it when we get there. Here's the read double. That's something that we can use. We're going to use read float, read int, read line, and there was another one. We have the read string. They're also at the top. And then here it gives you the example of each of them. So that's the Java doc. I'm going to close this, although maybe I'm going to need it, so I'm going to leave it open. Now, next, make sure you have your project open. Not this one. I created this one myself. Although, I don't know if I asked you to do that. Maybe we should open a new project. No, this is mine. Let's open a new project. Create a new project under my, what is that called? My Java programs. So let me tell you what you're going to call it. Give me 1 second. I'm going to get to, because otherwise that project bench gets too big. Where am I? Thinker is here. So my Java programs. I think we got here, right? That's where we are in unit 1, right? Yes? So if you don't, it's okay. But I do want you to have folders with projects for marking period 1. Because if you don't do that, take my advice. I'm not old just because I got wrinkle and everything. It's because I also, the benefits of getting old is learning from experience, a lot of other things. Students just don't know how to manage this, too many programs, because we're going to do a lot of work. So we're going to create a new project. I'm going to go up here to the top. It's a new project. And so it's going to be in Basic Programs Unit 1, right? So I'm going to call it conditionals. Simple. I mean, and it's mostly for organizational purposes. And loops. Actually, you can call it anything you want, but make sure that is relevant to what we're doing. And we're going to put it under unit 1 or whatever it is that you call that. I think it's here. No, it's not in there because I have multiple things in there. That's why. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I was right. Okay. So find when you're actually doing this, make sure you find this, the unit 1 or whatever you call it for the first marking period. So right here sounds good. And I'm going to call it again, what was it that I said? Conditionals and loops. Conditionals and loops. To me, that sounds very relevant to what I'm going to be doing. I was telling Julia before that I created a project with the standard library classes that I'm going to be using it. We're going to be using 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, and I would like to think we can use standard audio, but I don't know if the time will be enough for it. But maybe you want to test it anyway. So what do we do now? In this one, we're going to add two classes. I believe, let me close this, I don't need this. Yeah, in and out, both of them. So there are 2 ways to do this. So I'm going to start with this one right here. So you can copy this like we've done before. That would be one way to do things. The only problem with doing this is that sometimes the quotes get all messed up. And in this case, it's actually ugly. And it's big, as you can see, right? And I put comments to everything. Let's see if it compiles. I'm just curious to see what Canva's done because I've never done this before with Canvas. So new class. So new class, I can call it anything I want, blah, blah, because it's going to change it anyways when I replace the code. I'm going to take all of this and substitute it with, you see, this is what happened. Look how ugly that looks. It's pretty bad, right? There's a way to fix this, but I'm not going to do that. Could this auto layout fix it? No, cannot even do that. Okay, let's close this. I am going to remove it. So what to do? Download. Let's go over here, download. And let's put it, I'm gonna put it outside. So, well, actually what I did is I created a project just, folder just for that. You don't have to, you can just put it in the outside. Right here, under my programs.
Miss Elliott, where are we putting this?
Outside the okay, so the project, right? Your project is right here, right? Don't put it inside the project. Put it outside the project. Yeah? Nima?
So should we put it in like basic programs unit 1 still, or?
Yes, but you can put it anywhere you want to, as long as you know where it is. Okay? Like in my case, I put them there because I know where it is. If I created this folder, but whatever. I put it over here. Look, here's my project. Look at this. This is where your project is. I put it outside the project. And there's a reason why I did that. Okay? Do not put it inside the package folder. Put it outside. Is everybody with me?
Yeah, I also have.
What's that?
I think it leads you to StdIn, so there's
Yeah.
no way to download the standard app.
There is no way? Okay, okay, I can fix that. We don't need it today, okay? So I will fix it at my own time, so I don't slow you down, guys. Okay, so look where it is and look at the empty project. Everybody with me? Now, go up to edit and then say add class from file. In edit, add class from file. Click on that. And here it is. And it's going to bring it into here. This is the reason why I didn't put it in here. Another way to do this. Watch. I'm going to remove this. It better work. I saw a student doing this, by the way. Yes, I'm going to remove it. It's gone from the project. I can drag it in here. Yes. Okay, that's what somebody told me a while back, and I always forget. So 2 ways to do this, right? I dragged it in, or you went to edit, add from class, and then you pick on it. So we didn't have to copy and paste that. Let me be sure that it compiles. It might ask me for something else. Standard out, so dang it. So let's go get standard out. So let's go back over here to modules. I don't like the way, take a look at the way, what's his name? The thing does it. Ugh, Canvas. So we're gonna need that one too. Sneaky. And you said that I don't have it there? Wait, what did I just do? I don't have the standard out?
Yeah, it's because the link to standard out is there. The problem is it leads you, instead of to standard out, it leads you to standard in.
Oh, really?
So there's
Okay,
no way to
I
actually
can
get
fix
the standard
that. I can fix that. So let's see. I can fix it, but so you have this module, right? It's on the top. Yes?
Yes.
All right. Okay, there we go. And here we go. Oh, bad, Mrs. Elia. Okay. I can fix it. I think it's here. Yes, here it is. All right. So this is a link. Actually, I should put this link in there. I'm surprised I didn't do that. I thought, wait, let me see. Did I do that? No, I did not. Da, 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 da. I don't think I can put the, oh yeah, external URL. It does. Well, how you like, oh no, I need a page for that. No, I don't need that. Where was I? Sorry. Okay. Don't indent. So over here, what I'm doing is adding just that particular link, which is actually very useful. If something is missing or something had to be, what do they call it? Refresh, renew. PU website for StD loop. And you can also take a look at other things that are available there. It's actually I use it a lot. So I'll probably move that particular thing later. Save and publish. All right, so how do we use this? What do we do now? Hold on, don't do anything because I'm gonna try to make it easier for you guys. If I think I put it already on all my files. Let's take a look. Yeah, standard out is right here. I just have the wrong link. Come on, there we go. Come in, I'm coming. Let me get rid of this completely. And now it's gonna go std out the Java. And now I can actually call it in from my files. I think it comes from here. Let me make sure I get this right. Yes. Course files. It should be here. There we go. And save. All right, refresh your browsers in 2 seconds. Go for it. Refresh your browser and let's see what this gives us. Yes, send it out. So download this. I will put it also outside the project.
Wait, I don't see it.
Refresh the browser. Oh, wait, because you don't see it because I put it on the top. I didn't put it at the bottom. Go to here. Go to the module on the top that it says StdLib or standard libraries. Here, standard library. And click on this.
Okay.
And I should put it also in here, right? It would make sense to do that. Okay, let me add it over here because you're gonna need it. Am I recording? Yes, perfect. So just do std out. Are you all adding the std out to your project? And if you have any problems, are you telling me? Of course.
Wait, how do I add it again?
Yeah, I'll show you.
Okay, thanks.
Let me just put this one also in the actual link that we're looking at. Standard out. Okay, so you can drag it or you can add it from files on the top. I'll show you. So let me go back over here. What that is, yeah. Where's my project? Hold on, right here. So let me close this because this one wasn't happy with me. So here is, I downloaded, did you download it? So if you have it in the downloads, right? Put it outside the project. You have 2 ways. One of them is call it in from here, which is edit, add class from file. And then you picked this one right here. Or you can just drag it in. Oh, this is something one of my students, no, I didn't mean to do that. One of my students that showed me, I didn't know you could do that. And they're there. Good. So one needs the other one.
I get like an error in my standard, the in one, it says the class is public and should be declared in a file name.
Did you do, how did you copy and paste or you downloaded?
I did what you told us to do. The download one.
Okay, delete it and do it again. Because you saw that I didn't have any problems. I'm using the same files you're having. So make sure that you put it outside the project when you download it. And then you have to either drag it in or call it in from the project.
I did. Still saying that. The out one works, but the in one doesn't.
You had the 2 of them there?
Yeah.
And you use this one, compile, right here?
Yeah.
Um,
I'll try to delete it and create a new one again.
Yeah, both, just the in, the out should be fine. Can you compile the out by itself, standard out?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just the standard in. I'm not sure why you're having problems, but remove it. Make sure that you remove. Right here, there should be something that says remove right there.
Miss Elia?
Yeah.
I have a question. So by accident for my first project, the like one with all the basic stuff, I didn't put it in my unit 1 folder.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm trying to help you with the organization.
Yeah, how do I relocate it? Because I try to just drag
You can
it.
do that. So the way to relocate projects, and this is very useful, is the following. Go outside the project. Actually, let me move this. So here's my project, right? The project is called um, Conditional and Loops, right? This is my project. So the way to do this is you have a Mac. You're using the Mac?
Yeah,
Okay. So all you have to do is drag this anywhere you want to, right?
I dragged it, but then it says it won't open because
Okay, wait. So once you drag it, anywhere you go to where the package word is. Start it from there. Don't start it from BlueJ because BlueJ lost track of where you move it to. Once you open it from within the actual project, then BlueJ will remember it. Try that.
Okay.
So double click, like for example, I can close this, right? It's gone. I double click on the package and it will restart it. And now it knows where it is. So every time you move a project with the actual folder, then first open it up from within, where the bird is, the blue jay bird is, and then it will remember the last location that it comes from. You still having the problems with StdIn?
Yeah, mine's still not working, and I like deleted it completely and then even re-downloaded it. Does anybody else have that problem? Otherwise, I can just like stay after class.
Okay, so you want to share your class quickly? Let's spend 2 minutes and then yes, we'll continue. Let me give you access to share the screen. Hold on. Okay, now you have access. Share your screen. I just want to take a quick look.
Okay.
And we're not going to troubleshoot it. I just want to look at it to see if there is something quickly so we can keep on
Oh,
going.
wait, I have to like let.
Actually, let me pause the.
Oh, wait.
All right, so this is where we are right now. Back to the slides. If you don't remember how to get there, we did by clicking on 5.1 conditional loops, and then the class website. The class website, I scroll down to this big image that is a link actually. And when you click on that, it opens up on this PDF. They call it the slides. We did all this. We didn't do this one because we had done it early on. We were looking for that message, NAN or infinity. We did the while loop. We learned about the power two. You can do it with a for loop, with a while loop, and somewhere in here there is a comparison between the two of them. We talk about what is wrong with the code. We also skip through, whatever. This, which is good for those who love math and computer science and math at one point. They are just one to get together and one the disciplining in the field in the actual computer science is actually huge on that. Here's the comparison that we did together last time. And some people like it, it's more convenient one way than the other, but there is a reason why you use one over the other in specific occasions. The while loop, and this is a very typical question in any type of assessment, the while loop is used mostly when you do not know how many times you have to run the loop. It's based on some condition that will take place when the body changes some value and then this becomes false. So for as long as this is true and the body of this while loop does not change that or keeps it true, it will continue to iterate, as they call it. Loop again, iterate. Once that takes place, then it will stop. And my example was, well, I have $100. I want to put it in the bank. I want to know how much time do I have to keep it in savings to get some money, let's say $2, 100 years. So then you cannot use a for loop because you don't know how many times you have to do that. So a while loop will actually help you with that. And that's only in a scenario, an example. There are others. And then I told you that there is code over here. All this code is code that you're going to be reusing on your assignments. Yeah, you're welcome to do this. There is a video in this, actually. I'm going to look it up. I am not going to spend my time on this. I'm not sure why anybody would spend the time on that. But if you like to, I will give you I will put the video of it. I have to look for it with Professor Sedgwick. He's a very big figure in the computer science APU. And also he's still, I think, one of the directors or board member for Adobe. Ooh. And that's because in computer science, we get to a point in which we have to figure out most efficient ways to compress data, pack it right in. So it becomes very, very intense. And so Professor Sedgwick is one of those big brain person that developed all these things. Or not himself. Well, he did invent a few things. If you take algorithms and data structure, he talks about it a lot. But he certainly led a lot of groups into better performing algorithms. I don't know if we did this. Oh yes, I asked you to do this and I asked you, what do you get out of this? Anybody did it? Did I get an answer from you guys? I don't remember.
I did it.
Okay, tell me, what did you get? What is that?
Fibonacci.
That's the Fibonacci sequence.
Very good. Yes, this creates the Fibonacci sequence. And one thing that I want you to look at, and please remember something. When I ask you to tell me the story, because I do that all the way to the algo class, from the Python to algo, is that I want you to tell me a story. And when I say that, I don't want you to read the code to me, because I can read it too. The story should be more like, for example, well, I initiated variables 1 to 0, and the other one to 1. And then I use them. Look at the way this is being used. Pay attention to these 2 lines of code. It looks to me that it's kind of, one is feeding the other one. F over here, right, changes in one line and is used to change the second variable. But this variable is also used to change the previous line. So this is actually very interesting. There is a lot of stuff about this type of iterations. In math, they do some fractals and everything like that. Like we can do Mandelbrot set and Julia set. We did that for the algo class. It's actually fascinating, but at this point, we're only working with numbers. We're gonna get to graphics later on, but in this case, this is one of the things that can be done with computers. That's not something you can do with a calculator. Although the latest calculators, I think, that allow you to do iteration. All right, let's move on. Nesting. Here is, if somebody knows what I'm going to say, correct me if I'm wrong. These are the nesting Russian dolls. And one goes inside the other one. So, and this is a good analogy to what happens in something called nesting. So here we have a loop. Pay attention to the fact that we have the braces, the curly braces. Remember, we had a question about that, right? In which we know that if we don't have curly braces, it's only going to take one instruction, the one that is right below it, and it's going to ignore everything else. So make sure you do not forget the curly braces, especially when you do something called nesting. So a for loop, and inside the for loop, we have another loop. Pay attention. This loop does not have a curly brace. So it's going to take only one instruction. And here's a question for you guys. Is it going to take the if only? Is it going to take the if else? What is it going to take?
If only.
Try again.
So I think
No, wait. Try again, meaning that is not exactly the right answer.
Well, I think it's if else, because if
that's it. It's the if else. The if else, Ian, sorry that I interrupted you. The if else is one instruction. They go together. If the if doesn't have an else, right, it's only if. But if the else shows up, if else becomes one instruction. And that's why, as you can see, there is no curly brace. And this if statement is actually outside the while. Kind of misleading, right? That's why I told you that there is a document called Good Programming Practices. They say to always use curly braces. The indentation helps, it's true, but it's best to have curly braces. So we put one open over here and one close at the end of this one or in the next line. I usually just use a line of its own for each curly brace because it helps me see it better. So whatever works for you is fine with me.
Does adding a body to the else make it a different line? Or if you
Yes.
have a body on the else?
Oh yes, you need another curly brace over here. Let's say you have in the else, let's say you have 2 instructions, you must have curly braces because it's only going to take the first one. I think that's what you ask.
Yeah, because having an else that's empty is kind of like not even having it there, which kind of makes sense that, like, you know.
No, but it's there. I mean, it's doing something.
Yeah.
It's doing something, right? It's taking away 1. That's the decrement. Did we talk about increment and decrement?
Oh, there is a body there.
Yeah,
sorry,
right there. Yeah, yeah. I thought you meant if it has more than 1 line of code. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I was
it has
talking
one
about
instruction. Yeah. I think if you put just an empty else, it's not going to let you compile. Because I tried that already. And I asked, you could put empty curly braces and it will compile. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you need to have something that lets you escape the if statement.
Yeah. Ryan, I know you know a lot of this. You should answer some of these questions. You're always so quiet. Yes, he's 100% right. If you don't want to put anything in here, you just put the empty curly braces. Maybe for a specific reason you want to have it, you know, maybe just for reading purposes or whatever. But just like Ryan said, you can get out of that if statement. So here we have, this is actually very interesting. We are going to come back to this because there is a whole project coming with nesting and talking about what's happening here. It's a big thing and it's going to require a lot of talking. And I don't want to miss out. What time is this period over? 45? It's not 45. Don't tell me it's 45.
You have 5 minutes.
Ah! I said not to tell me. Anyway, so you can look at this. We're never going to do this. I used to do it and I hated it. So since I'm the boss here, I'm not doing it. But it's good to know that you can have if else as well. Let's move on. I don't want to answer that. I want to get out of here. I want to go back to, and come with me, to modules, because I need you to give you stuff that you're going to be working, as they call it, asynchronous. There's a lot of stuff in here you can do all by yourself. Take a look. You have complex roots. You can do the complex root quadratic equation now. You could before, but I didn't want to spend the time. It's the same code. You just have to do, you just have to think a little bit. It's more like a, well, how can I represent this? You know, it's more of a representation. The formula doesn't change. You have to be a little, you have to manipulate a little bit those numbers so you can find the square root and then add the I at the end. You have all equals, many hellos. So 27 is tomorrow. We meet back on the 29th. So all of these things, we want to do them soon. One that I want you to look at, this is the one we're going to work together. So we know, I believe that you know what you can do here. I think I'm 100% sure that you'll do this one well. I don't remember all equals. What was the prints equals if all 3. Yes, you can do this too without any problems. I wish there was an easier way to get there. Many hellos. So if you're one of the students who is, I can't wait to do good stuff, this is one of the good ones. this is really one of the good ones, is asking you to add at the end of, what is that called? Ordinal? I think this is the ordinal, a way to numbers, or instead of cardinals, ordinal. Cardinal is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ordinal is order, so you say first, second, third. So the thing is that first and second is different than, and third is different than fourth, fifth, sixth, 10th. So you have to think about that, how you're going to handle this. So first, you're going to prompt the user. What's the range? What's the question? Prompt the user for the consecutive lines to print. You may use the argument is less than. Okay, so you can look at this. So it's going to ask for at the beginning and the end. And then you're going to have fourth, fifth, seventh. So I give you I should have put an example. Silly. I'm going to change that. So an example in which you have to use different than th. So your program has to be smart. Okay. So that's what I would like to see by next time we meet. Any questions?
Yeah.
Okay, go.
So what's our homework?
I told you. Let me go back over here. Everything up to including many hellos. So you're going to finish with the standard in, right? The standard in requires you to do a user information, I think it was. Then go back up. I need to put that thing that tells you, gives you instructions. I'm going to put it up. And then you're going to do complex root, all